Yes, this game gonna make you successful if you're gonna follow those 10 essential tips that you have never heard before. And starting at number 1, we have me with a beard with 2 builders now available even before the game was released. Those builders are very close, they're very similar, but they're quite different. One of the builders are exact replica of the game skill tree that you can just click around, see and share with your friends what kind of builds and ideas you have for a character. Other build is different. It has more in-depth, more information about all of the items, all of the things that covers the game, including the Paragon skills, which is crazy, right? And I want you to know that those things exist and you need to know about those. Additionally, you need to also have a secondary class, like an alt character. Why I need a secondary character, I'm gonna tell you in later steps. Truth about Diablo 4 Endgame is that everyone is predicting how things will work and what class will dominate or what thing is the best for you to pick right now. I can tell you, no one knows exactly how things will turn out, and you focusing on one build, one class, expecting 100% result when there is so much RNG placed in the game will confuse you and will mislead you with misguided expectations how game will turn out to be. You need to understand one thing. People who have pre-purchased the game and played through the beta have only played up to level 25. True game, as per developer's intent, starts from level 50. What happens after level 50? You start collecting Paragon points. Paragon points start defining your class. Class definition starts with you investing points into strength and agility, investing points into additional passive skills, additional active skills, and we are not fully aware of this system just yet. And you following up guides of the people who have not played the full game, as no one has just yet, would be you misleading and misguiding yourself to the full extent. So don't do that, don't mislead yourself. Use this as a gate opener, what kind of playstyle and how class feels, how it looks, but not as some sort of endgame build, endgame guide, how you should play your class. Such thing does not exist, and don't confuse yourself. One of the important things for you to know is that subscribe button is absolutely free. It would be really cool if you could subscribe. That helps me a lot, helps you a lot. If you have any idea for next video, let me know down in the comments down below. And let's move on to the point number 3. Make money, not fame. You acting as a horse with eye patches on the side, not being distracted by anything, is the end goal of this section. You need to collect everything that's accessible for you in the game, rushing to the end game or possibly the highest tiers so that you could collect as much money as possible, not focusing yourself too much into collecting all of the aspects, all of the legendaries, all of the glyphs that will be dropping or will be upgradable in the game, and avoiding upgrading your gear as much as possible. Reason for that is that when you get to a certain level, let's just say 60, 70 or even higher levels, there's going to be more and more polished guides that's going to be released about your class and all of the Diablo 4 playstyle. Reason why I'm saying is the guides will start repeating the very same things, what kind of things are the best for the class. And one of the worst things that could happen for you is if you have not collected enough money so you could buy things or exchange things, it's going to be very sad for you when you want to buy a certain thing and you need to grind for it so you could exchange it. So it would be really good very early on so you could know what's your goal. And your goal is to collect everything to the maximum so that when you know what you need to have, so you could have a build that you can just go on and purchase it. Knowing your currency. Your main currency is not anything else but gold, money, dinero, cash. This currency is used, I'm gonna read from the list here, buying gear, upgrading armor, upgrading weapon, upgrading jewelry, upgrading and crafting potions, upgrading gemstones, crafting aspects, repairing gear, extracting aspects from an item, and much more. You cannot get anywhere in this game if you're not combining gold with material. Gold is primary resource for you in every sort of situation in this game. If you are thinking into future, instead of you upgrading the gear or repairing the gear, first what you need to do is straight up save gold, sell your stuff that you're no longer using, stop storing items in your stash, sell it, and if you're thinking about salvage materials, let's just go to the next point. Since we all played Diablo 3, I believe we have a pretty good habit of just going to NPC and salvaging all of our materials so we could have as much resources as possible, right? That thing won't work on Diablo 4 and that thing will be crucial for you into your journey if you want to be successful in this game. It will drain you out of your resources if you're gonna be only focusing focusing on the materials from your salvaging. Don't do that. Gold is your primary resource, salvaged materials is your second. When you have enough gold, only then you should start focusing and looking towards you accumulating needed resources for your craft. Quests will give you resources, events will give you resources for such things, world events will give you different bonuses. Don't have a habit of salvaging everything, as this is going to be critical. I repeat you once again, as you will run out of money, and without money you will not progress in this game at all. Number 6, we have very quickly potions. Potions from very early on give you abilities so you could drink potion, have a constant XP boost starting from 5%, and this boost continues to expand if you add additional mechanics such as you are joining the group or you are close to other player. So you using potions from very early on not only going to give you a drastic advantage over the next person because of your defensive abilities, it gives you advantage because you will have a higher level, higher chance of leveling than anyone around you as you are drinking potions. If you are following up Diablo 4 journey, you know the fact that Diablo 4 main boss is Lilith, and in this section number 7 we are covering Diablo 4 statues of Lilith that you need to collect. In total there's over 20 statues that you need to collect. As we are aware of those, there might be a little bit more after the game is launched. The benefits of those statues collection is huge. You get the status increase, you get experience increase, and you have gold on top of that. It is essential for you to collect these pieces as it's overall your character progression. It's a free thing to do, and if you're bored of farming, just do this. This is essential. Coming at number 8, in most cases you will have control over your character 100%. But in those cases when you will not have a control over your character, your drops or patch notes that's gonna be released in the game, for those moments you need to have an alt character. I'm speaking about those moments when you can no longer farm efficiently. I'm speaking about those moments when you need your character to be placed in other locations so you could collect some sort of chest, loot. I'm speaking about those moments when you are stuck in one progress chart and you can no longer progress anywhere, and the only thing that you need at that moment is just pure money. Yes, for this particular reason you need to have an alt character, your secondary class, and that's the reason why I'm covering this only on point number 8, because in order for you so you could have an ease of transition and the cool progress throughout the secondary class, you need to have all of the points that we mentioned before covered up and already done. Coming at number 9, we have Memuring Obols. This is a scarce resource that come across in the world of Diablo 4 quite not so often. This is a resource that is limited. It is account shared, so all of the characters that you create will have one resource that is shared across. If you want to have extra cool gear on any of your alts, you can just go to Gamble NPC and gamble your stuff away. But I do not recommend you doing that, as this is essential tips. I recommend you collecting Memuring Obols on all of your alt characters as you can on lower levels, as it's easier to get them then, and going to your main character and gambling for you so you could get the legendary items. You can't really use Memuring Obols to maximum extent, as if you're low level, just legendary items on low level just makes no sense. So you're just gonna be wasting your money away. So just make sure that you prioritize leveling, not getting those Obols at start of the game. Hey, we made it to number 10. If you haven't subscribed, I think it's about time for you to do so, as this tip gonna blow your mind. Coming at number 10, we have you participating in world events. As from experience, world events grant not only huge chunk of experience, loot, but it is not limiting for you how much times you are willing to participate in this event. Having ability to participate in 2, 3, 5, 10, 11, 100 world boss events, possibly leveling up extremely fast, collecting as much loot as you possibly carry. And do you need to do anything so hard or too hard? All you need to do is basically just make a single hit to the boss and wait for someone else to kill the boss. I understand this may come a little bit twisted, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't kill the boss. The fact that Blizzard has not created some sort of reuse how much of the team fights you can participate in so that your drops would be limited creates window of opportunity for you, and this is essential for you. This is 10 out of 10 the most essential thing for you that you need to know. World events is like holy blessing. It's like unbelievably good thing for you. World events is your way to go. There's a lot of things that I have considered adding to this video. There's a lot of things that I have left out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do the quick text here so you could just watch it. If you are still considering gifting this game to your friend, but you're thinking like, Jesus Christ, $100 is a lot, what I have for you is a discount calendar. If you want, you can watch this video next. I show you exact calendar, how I predict based on the analytics when exactly game is gonna be on discount.